Oh, I was overwhelmed. The story is very human. I was in tears at one point in it. It's generated emotion on stage and reactive emotion in the audience as well.
This tour of the bench would not have happened without the fantastic support of Francis and Plastic Processing. They came on board really early on. They got what we were trying to do, and because of that, it meant we could plan ahead and put together a big tour.
The cast was as good as any West End cast I've ever seen. I had to go back and say that to them afterwards. It was amazing, and yeah, the story got straight to the point. 30
shows, 17 venues in 31 days. It quite simply wouldn't have happened without them. People saw it when it first appeared at the Customs House in South Shields 18 months ago, and a lot of people said, you can't let it end there, you've got to take it on. So it's taken best part of 2 years to put this tour together. So we have had so much help and support, especially from Gala, the Gala Theatre in Durham. They co-produce it, and again they've put so much behind this, given us the use of a van to take the props around, helped with the crewing. So yeah, the support has been beyond anything we could have wished for.
It made the point without making the point, without standing up with a big flag saying, you know, racism is horrible and terrible and it spoils lives, but it got there. The world is a very small place. It's a village now, and for anybody to say that somebody else is less than yourself is just not acceptable. And that's what racism is, that's what sexism is, that's what all the isms are. It's people trying to make themselves feel better by picking on somebody that they perceive as being less than themselves.
The tour's going great so far. We're about a week in. We've got another 3 weeks to go. We don't finish until the 21st of June at the Customs House in South Shields, back where it all started a couple of years ago. But the impact on the community as well, spreading the message, the anti-racism message, and the message about how difficult life can be no matter how much money you've got, and especially when you haven't got much money at all. So I think the audiences have been taking a lot from it, and the reaction's been superb.
To make us all the best people that we can be, we should be accepting. We should try to help everybody every day. We should try to, a smile can, you know, change a person's attitude for a day. You can cheer somebody up with that.
So we call it a story of love, loss and football, but I think one of the nicest lines from all the reviews is you don't have to be a football fan to enjoy it. It's basically a story about a black footballer who comes over to play in the northeast of England. He's having a hard time of it, spends a lot of time on the substitutes bench. He's getting a lot of stick from the fans, and being black, he takes probably more abuse than most. And on a park bench, he meets a single mum. So she's a bit of a lost soul on benefits, and he's a bit of a lost soul with money coming out of his ears, and they appear to have not much in common. But as they keep meeting, they actually find they've got a bit more in common than they think. So the tour goes on till June the 21st. If you Google Jeff Brown, The Bench, you'll be able to find full details. It's also on my producer's website at Carol Weir's Productions.
And I think it will, if you're already of the same mindset, you will realise just the depth and the impact that this beautiful little story has.
I think the work the PFC Trust does in the community is just amazing, and Frances is just an amazing woman. You know, to be able to share what you have and to be able to have an impact on the people around you, that just speaks volumes for the sort of person she is, and for what the PFC Trust is as well. I love going along to support them. I love the fact that it's based in the northeast, and it just, you know, it's helping so many people. It's fabulous.
Well, I think Patrick and I do quite a bit on from our own interests, but I think this in particular needs the backing of businesses as well as individuals. And Plastic Processing, it was a no-brainer for us to say, right, you know, we need to get behind this, because the the story's about a footballer, but racism is in every walk of life. It's in businesses, and it's important that business owners take this seriously and make sure that it doesn't happen in their own work spaces. So what was the hardest bit about, getting this off the ground?
It's the finances.
Is it?
Yeah, because you got to pay actors, and there are 5 actors in it, which is quite a lot, really.
Yeah.
A lot of local theatres try to say, can you just lose a few characters or get them to double up? So, and because our daughter's an actor, we know how hard it is, so we want to treat them right as well.
Yes.
When I met my producer, who was fantastic, first thing she said was, I can get in touch with all the theatres, I can make all the arrangements. I'm not a fundraiser.
Right.
So I knew I had to go out, and I had someone who said that she would help. So I knew that we could get there. But because of what you did, it just
kick-started it.
It just gave us the confidence that we will, with this, we know we can go somewhere.
I thought when I was first talking to you, and I wasn't talking to you very long before, I just thought, I have to help with this, because you were so enthusiastic about it, and because we obviously shared the same ethos and the same desire to actually have an impact on people's behaviours and their thoughts, and but I felt like if I could give you something to get it off the ground, then other money comes when you've got to say, well, somebody supports me, somebody believes in this. Can you please believe in it too? It
gives you the confidence to go on and say, look, we have got a project here, and we are going to be able to. I mean, there were times when we looked at it and thought, we might have to fund a bit of ourselves, and if we take a hit in it, then that's fine. As it's gone on, we have just sort of gathered more support, and people have been so. Obviously being on telly helps people.
It does, yes.
People will come and offer support because of that.
And I'm not a sports fan, so I actually didn't have a clue who you were.
Fine.
So I'm sorry, humble apologies. Didn't have a clue who you were.
Don't worry, that is actually, that's great, that's even better. But yeah.
You had a concept, you had an idea that you were, you could impact. And by doing it through the theatre, it resonated with me because we're living in a visual age for a start. Young people, a lot of young people learn from watching. Getting
anybody to get out of their front rooms and come and see live events since COVID has become really difficult, but especially for youngsters and schools now. It's all about exams. It's not about the arts. The arts are such low priority, and yet art lifts your soul, takes you out of yourself, and I think youngsters in particular don't get those opportunities. So we were keen to involve schools, partly for the anti-racism message, which I think is massively important as well, for that youngsters learn that at an early age, but also to give them the chance to see
and to broaden their experience. I'm a great believer in young people. Young people, I mean, it's a cliched phrase, but they are our future, and they are going to be looking after us in our old age. Not that I'm that far off it now, but
no, on so many levels, it's just important that youngsters engage with the arts and see live theatre, which they get. And one of the most difficult things we have is schools now, even if they want to get out to see plays, it's transport costs. And getting buses to physically, and all the risks involved with taking kids out of school and taking them to another. We went to loads of plays when I was at school. We went to see the Royal Shakespeare Company.
Oh wow!
And in Newcastle.
Yeah, and we went as far as Dublin. We went to the Abbey.
Yeah. And those sort of things.
Glass Menagerie.
It's just really difficult to pull off now.
Who was it funded the involvement of Show Racism, the Red Card? Was
that's the North East Combined Authority.
North East Combined Authority. Well, I mean, big thumbs up to the North East Combined Authority, because the work that is being carried on and taken into schools now through Show Racism, the Red Card is just
It's
it
great.
just pulls at my heart. That's just where it needs to be.
It was just lovely that they came on board and was so enthusiastic about it, and then the gala got on board with them and said, right, we'll get together and produce this education pack, and now that's going out to schools, and it's going to be an online resource as well, so it doesn't just doesn't end when the tour ends.
What a legacy for you, Jeff. That's amazing.
Be fantastic. And if we can, the next thing is, if we can turn it into a feature film, then anybody in the country can see it. Anybody can.
Well, I hope we
see.
I hope we do. I hope we get that.